I don't care. It's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I hope you are all doing well. Listen, it's just me tonight. It's not going to be a major long one. My little boy's here tonight, and last stream I did when he was here, because it's boiling in my room, because it's like one of them loft conversion-y type things. He wakes up a lot, and last time I was with Andrea, and he woke up, and I was like, oh, I'm going to have to split, so at least if I'm on my own, I can just go, bam, leave it. So it's going to be short, snappy, concise, correct. I don't know. We're going to come correctly. Listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. Some people, yeah, just a bit mad. Like, I hope this person who just left a comment on one of my videos is watching. It says, why before Sunday? This is proper clickbait. Well, the YEP said it. Like, I'm not making things up. Do you know what I mean? And for that person who continuously comments on my video because I say route instead of route, go down that different route, baby. Route yourself elsewhere. Like, why are you that vexed that I say route instead of route? Like, why are you that vexed? Mad. Anyway, let's get over that now. Moving on up and all that sort of jazz. I'm tired, so you can tell I'm like, I'm ratty. Yeah, I should have routed myself to bed and different stuff like that. Like, it's just mad. This guy comments a lot. It's all love and that, but I just don't understand it. That you're that vexed. Oh, I hope this isn't short. Yeah, it probably will be. Yeah, it probably will. Scone or scone? I say scone. I say scone. Big up to Russ as well. Yeah, it was Russ. I hope you're doing well, brother. Are you still covering Rotherham next season, Russ? Because obviously we're playing them, aren't we? We'll be soon entering the Farke zone. Farke, Joe. I don't fucking believe it. Yeah, it looks like it's happening. It could well be tomorrow, right? It could well be tomorrow. The reason I say this is because Sky Sports in Germany have reported that the deal is done. I'll share the actual piece. So it was shared initially on Twitter by Sky Sports Germany, but they're reporting, and naturally we said this, right? This is why I was like question marks over it, or maybe had little small reservations, because I said the other night, if you remember, I said Kate from Leeds Bird Rants laughed at me, or I can't, maybe it was Joe, when I said he'll have told his missus and she'll have told so and so and all these different people. Do you know what I mean? And that looks to have happened, right? Because Sky Sports in Germany have got it. Yeah. So let's go through the article though, and this is what they've had to say on it. So this is Sky Sports Germany official article. Okay, so it says according to Sky Info in Germany, the agreement with Leeds, and there is a new job for Daniel Farke. It goes on to say, after his dismissal at Borussia Mönchengladbach, Daniel Farke found a new club. According to Sky Information, the 46-year-old will become the new coach at Leeds United. The Premier League relegated team agrees with Farke in principle about working together. As soon as the last details have been clarified, the ex-Fall coach, I wonder if that Fall, isn't that an animal? Unless Fall's like Mönchengladbach, I'm not sure. Or Fall may even be a team in Germany. I do not know. He says he will sign his contract in the coming days. Look, we were told earlier that Leeds United were hopeful that we would have the new manager in before the start of pre-season. Pre-season is Sunday, okay? Our players are back on the 2nd. In addition to Farke, Brendan Rodgers was also in talks with Leeds when the former Leicester boss returned to Celtic. The way was clear for Farke. The German was on the sidelines at Norwich in England from 2017 to 2021. And that's just been echoed in another German publication, just saying that Gladbach's ex-coach Daniel Farke returns to the island. Says after the 46-year-old worked for Norwich City for more than 4 years. Let me just pause that because I'll get struck for that. After 4 years, according to Sky, he has now agreed to work with Premier League relegated Leeds United. Farke had to leave Gladbach this summer after just one season and was replaced by Swiss coach Gerardo Sione, I think that is. So yeah, look, it looks like we're going to get an announcement, hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully we'll then start to really see the the ball rolling. Russ, look, see, he's told us. There we go. Mönchengladbach's nicknames are Die Fohlen, the Foals, or Die Borussian, the Perusians. There you go. So yeah, Guten Tag and all that jazz. Get out your lederhouses, your schnitzels, and let's go, baby. You know what I mean? So Daniel Farke will be in charge, and hopefully it will be tomorrow. I am hopeful it will be tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow is FARKEday, you know. And we've had a super chat come in. LEEDS says, "Farke me, that's good news." It is, isn't it? It is good news. Let's have a look. Mate. I'm not a fighter, man. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So yeah, Daniel Farke is expected to be announced tomorrow, provided we get the EFL sign-off, which again is expected to be over the coming days, we were told earlier on by the Inside Ellen Road pod. So hopefully that happens, and if that happens, we'll get our manager tomorrow. Do you know this guy, Alfie? He's not a journalist, brother. He's not a journalist. He gets that information. If you look, he's also put in brackets like on that piece. Like, oh, if something happens, it's not my fault. Like the guy was talking about Gallup. Anyway, I also I did a bit of digging. There was a picture. Someone outed him because he had the picture of the Portuguese president as his profile photo, bro. Genuinely, he had the Portuguese president as his profile photo at one stage. So if you have a look, you'll find that it's. But this is what happens because they get basically, Alfie. If you had every single notification on of every single journalist worth their salt, you would also look like you could create scoops. Do you see what I'm saying? Because sometimes look at the what's the one we heard? So say for example, Leo Hjelde going to Salernitana, yeah, like that hasn't been reported by the big places, but you can find it. You could then come and say, yeah, Leeds United, and everyone's like, oh, he's got that right. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, it's bogus. And when I asked him where he got the information from before in one of his DMs, he just said someone closely connected. And the way that he spoke to me, he said like bro and stuff. And I said that on a video to you weeks back. The language didn't correlate with Alfonso Lacardi or whatever it is. When I'm talking like bro and that, I was just like, this don't. And anyway, it doesn't matter anyway. Does it? It doesn't matter anyway. It is what it is. He's just reporting what others have reported. Do you know what I mean? And then just caveated it by saying, also, it's not my fault if it doesn't come off. Do you know what I mean? And like asking Leeds fans for their opinions on stuff on that. Like, again, it's just to create traction, to create the count. To get followers, and Leeds United have a big following. We've seen what happened as well. We've seen what happened with poor Mo Ibrahim. He was getting a lot of traction from Leeds fans, and then he thought he got a exclusive with Victor Orta. And now that guy's no more, and it's the same, isn't it? It's the same. And don't forget, like it did say before in his bio, following Galatasaray, and then he removed it when Leeds fans got on it, and now it's just Newcastle, which again I've not seen him report any. Anyway, it is what it is. Let's just, all I'm saying is that information, don't like treat that as gospel. Sky Sports News in Germany, fair enough. There's a little bit to it. I do want to just for the sake of what's the word I'm looking for? To sort of like give a different narrative, not narrative. I don't know what I'm working. But this is what I'm saying though. Like someone's right. Anyway, so like I'm gonna share with you what someone at Talk Sport has said. Just bear me one moment. So this is Jason Bourne. He says sources close to Leeds suggesting to TalkSport that they're not close with an appointment of a head coach yet. Daniel Farke is being heavily linked with the role today. Now, I know someone who's double checked that information, who I've spoken to today, and I believe that is potentially the company line, right? So if you speak to the club, this is probably what they're saying. No, nothing is close. I don't know where you're getting your information from, kind of thing. It's not being corroborated, right? So maybe someone from TalkSport has reached out to the club, or someone knows, and they've just gone, no, nothing's close. Because no one worth their salt has actually reported it yet from a journalist, like a sole person, or like no one's put their flag on the mast, have they? You know, Philae hasn't come out. I know he's on holiday, but he knocked up an article for the I forgot his name now. Bloody hell. My God, you can tell I'm tired. What's his name, man? The centre-back from Liverpool. God. What's he called? I forgot what he's called. Nat Phillips, my God, thanks. Why do I have these things? So I think it's a sign of old age. Phil could have knocked up an article, believe deals close, YEP, etc. But I know someone who spoke to someone, and I think this is very much the club line, but the club or the deal's closer than the club would have us believe. Do you know what I mean? Don't maybe, but then again, this is what I mean. This is where you've got to like, because I know some of these people, like, so Josh, I know Josh, big up to you. He's like having a go at him, but then using this guy as the barometer for his reason. This guy's chats beans, man. Trust me, Alfonso Lucadia chats beans. He's not a real person. But yeah, listen, that's what TalkSport is saying. But again, I'm more inclined to agree with what's been reported over in Germany. Yeah, with what's been reported over in Germany. And the line coming from Germany is that the deal could be announced. We heard earlier on this morning when I did the video earlier on that Leeds United expect him in before the start of pre-season. The start of pre-season is Sunday. And in that piece, it was very much they want the new manager to be welcoming the players in. So I'm hopeful of an announcement Friday from both the EFL and the football club, and then we'll start to see some movement over the next couple of weeks about incomings and outgoings, and that's what I just listen. I'm not working now till Tuesday, so I'm free. Got the weekend off. I'll be ready to go. At the drop of a hat as news breaks tomorrow. So make sure you follow it and put notifications on. Sam JH, I think because he's German, because probably their sources are coming from the German side, and that's probably why they've put that out. It's just how it is, bro. But we'll see. Joe Kate said there was a second one saying was not close. I think I think that's the TalkSport one that I've just mentioned. Richard Ross says Sky Sports in UK are not reporting it, Joe, about Farke sources here to believe, not Germany. No. I think you can believe it's the same. It's under the same umbrella, bro. Like, don't, like, come on. Nige, I'd check your sources, mate. 'Cause it's going to be Daniel Farke. It's going to have been Daniel Farke for a good few weeks now. Yeah. Talk is that once EFL announced the takeover, then the manager will come in that day. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I'm going to be ready to go at the drop of a hat. Don't worry about that. So let's get into some transfer stories as well. And this one has knocked my socks off. This is even a bigger surprise to me than Robin Koch being linked to Man United earlier on in the window. And this is the fact that Robin Koch, Robin Flaccid, as we've like to call him, is set up or potentially going to replace Kim Min-jae at Napoli. Okay. Napoli, who've just won Serie A. Okay. Kim Min-jae, who, could have moved to Man United. I think he's going to Bayern Munich if it's not already been announced yet. And they're looking at Robin Koch as a potential replacement for Kim Min-jae. Like, genuinely, it is crazy. I've genuinely started to question my own, knowledge, because sometimes I can be objective and say, do you know what? As Leeds fans, or when it's your own team, you can gas up players more than what they are. And I sometimes try, at least. I can't, in the moment, maybe not, but in the cold light of day, I can look back and say, do you know what? Yeah, we gassed him up, or we didn't, or he's no good. But when I keep seeing Robin Koch linked to these clubs, I'm like, am I that wrong? Is my eye test that wrong? And again, I'm surprised today to see him potentially being a replacement for Kim Min-jae. It's insane. And like you said, JC, his agent's amazing. We've seen him linked to Newcastle, Spurs, Man United, and now Napoli. Okay, so Kim Min-jae, obviously, he's going to Bayern Munich. He's got a £50 million release clause. Top centre back, by the way, pacey. Has been great this season for Napoli. That's what I mean. It's such a shock that it's been reported over in Italy that Robin Koch, former defender of Freiburg, and already a target previously for Napoli, is on the list of names to replace Kim Min-jae. And obviously it's an easy get because Robin Koch doesn't have basically, you take him on loan for a year and then he's yours for a free. So there you go. He could be on his way to Napoli, which is insane, to replace Kim Min-jae. Good luck to him. Freiburg also came out earlier today and confirmed reports that they are interested in him as well. So he could return back to Germany. We're also seeing reported in Italy, and again, this was always expected for me. Luis Sinisterra is attracting interest now, and it is coming from Italy. AC Milan apparently want to bring him in. Leeds want, I think, about 25 million euros, which probably equates to this 21.5. Obviously, we paid around about 25 for him. So if we can somehow get what we paid for him, then it ain't such a bad deal. He has had a bit of a nightmare season in terms of injuries, but whenever he played, he just looked different gravy for me. And had he have stayed fit, then we might not have gone down, because he was a bit of a clutch player for me. But yeah, look, Milan are interested in signing the Colombian international, and the player will be allowed to leave Ellen Road if the right offer comes in. Sinisterra's valuation is 25 million euros, which again comes to 21.5. And I do believe Leeds United are wanting at least 25 million. I don't know if that's euros or in pounds. And obviously we spent around that. We spent around that to him last season. Do you know what I mean? So if we can recoup our money, then we move. I do agree with you on this, OJ, that Italian sauces aren't the best Di Marzio, though. The one that I mentioned before, that's the top tier elite one, okay? But Calamacato, I think it is. No, Tutto Mercato. I don't. Sorry, folks. Tell you, man, it's hard. I don't know how Fabrizio Romano does it. My man must have about 4 hours sleep. It's insane. Yeah. Right. Let's just have a look. Just one moment there. If I can see any more news, but I think the main one for us. Just one moment. Let's have a look. Leeds United preparing for what? Let's have a look at the latest one. That's Emmanuel Dennis again. I don't think Emmanuel Dennis stays in England. Let's see what else has been reported out here. It is just all major news on Daniel Farke as it starts to drip out. Daniel Farke, hopefully tomorrow, will be the man in charge. For those that are maybe worried about this Harry Winks stuff, I believe that he's going to Leicester. Leeds United do not want Harry Winks. I think we were linked with him previously, but again, that was a player that was offered to Marcelo Bielsa. It's an easy link to make, isn't it? It is an easy link to make, but apparently Ben Jacobs, who I've had on this very show, said that, you know, Winks could move to either Leicester or Leeds, but I don't think Leeds are really in for him. I genuinely don't. I think don't be. Sorry, I don't want him. By the way, FYI, I definitely do not want him for sure. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I think that's it. I wanted to keep it short, snappy, and sweet. I'm knackered. My son's asleep, and yeah, we move, don't we? Look, it's coming out from German side of the press that that Daniel Farke will be announced, and know that I'll be sat at home all day tomorrow, ready to go live at the drop of a hat. There might not be nothing. But I've got a sneaky suspicion tomorrow might be FARKEday. Listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit that notification bell. And I will speak to you all tomorrow when Daniel Farke is announced, the FL is announced, and then we can look ahead to next week, talking about the squad, talking about training, talking about incomings and outgoings. Watch this space. Listen, I'll see you on the other side. Have a nice Thursday evening.